one of the most mystical people in all of history, one of the richest kings who ever lived, builder of the great temple, mentioned in the Bible, the Quran, and the Torah, the recipient of divine wisdom, the central figure in many secret societies, including Freemasonry, the centerpiece of modern magic in the West. Who is this King Solomon? One of the greatest kings who ever lived, or a man consumed with vanity and lust? Let's find out. In the Quran, King Solomon is known as the Prophet Suleiman. And just like most of the stories about Solomon, he is given divine wisdom and knowledge. He served the Most High so well in the Quran that the Most High gave him the ability to communicate with animals, gave him the control over jinn or demons, allowing him to bind the jinn and put them to work in whatever use he saw fit. The Most High also gave him knowledge of the seen and unseen. So his army was made up of animals, jinn, and men. And it is said that his true wealth was unmeasurable. He was even given control of the wind. The story of the Prophet Suleiman in Islam is so beautiful, because no matter how many gifts Solomon received from the Most High, he remained humble and gracious. He was respectful and just to all of his subjects. He despised the use of black magic and always gave the Most High the credit for his gifts. King Solomon's influence on Western ceremonial magic comes from the belief that King Solomon did not control demons through the power of God, but instead controlled them and binded them through the use of complex ceremonial magic, using the subtle energies of the planets in alignment with certain days of the year, mixed with sigils or certain angels and demons' names, to call these beings forth to do their bidding or to ask them questions. And these practices became more popular around the 1700s. And with the release of books such as the Lesser Key of Solomon and the Greater Key of Solomon, books that list the sigils of the demons Solomon captured in the Testament of Solomon, and mixing it with ancient rituals that stretch back into antiquity. The belief that one can call forth beings or the gods is way more ancient than Solomon himself, but he is credited to be the one that perfected and mastered that skill. King Solomon also plays a major role in the mystery schools. In some ancient stories, King Solomon was a great alchemist who could turn anything into gold. And in the mysteries, the etymology of the name Solomon means many different things. To some, it is the supreme light. To others, it is the soul of man. Also, Leo, the Lion of Judah, the representative of the sun, the great lion that protected the Ark of the Covenant, also representing light, glory, and truth. In Freemasonry, Solomon is the central figure. He resurrects the great master mason, Hiram Abiff, with the grip of the lion's paw, a drama played out in Masonic ritual, and the 13th degree of Freemasonry is called the Royal Arch of Solomon. To others, he is the one who protected and communicated the key to the knowledge of God, and shared God's laws and mysteries with the world. A living example of the true philosophy that laid the foundation for the mystery schools. King Solomon is most commonly known from the Bible. It is said in the Bible that Solomon wrote 3,000 proverbs and 1,005 songs. In the story about King Solomon found in 1 Kings, God came to Solomon in a dream after giving sacrifices, and then the holy city of Gibeon. God asked Solomon what he wanted, in which Solomon asked for an understanding heart to judge thy people and to discern between good and evil. So God gave him a wise and understanding heart, great riches, and honor. It was said that his wisdom excelled that of Egypt's, and his fame was known throughout the world. And he would go on to build the first temple dedicated to God. But Solomon had many wives, and in his old age began to worship their gods like Astarte and Moloch, leading to the eventual destruction of Solomon's temple and the displacement of the Hebrews. Stories that can be found in the Bible.